But ASK Auto, the largest manufacturer of two-wheeler braking systems in the country, listed on the exchanges today with gains of almost about 8%. The stock holding with gains of about 9%. Kuldip Singh Rathee, who's the chairman and managing director of the company, joins us to discuss their post-listing strategy. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rathee, for joining in. Remember, you joining us in our studio on the day of the issue open. And congratulations on a positive listing. You did say that, sustainable revenue growth for your company is likely to be around that 18% mark. Wanted to know if that is a target that you have for this year as well, and what could perhaps be, the target for the next couple of years when your capacities come on stream?
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to wish you all and all the viewers a very, very happy Diwali. Happy, prosperous Diwali. Thank you so much, and I'm grateful to all the shareholders, all the investors, and the support that I received during this journey. And thank you for an auspicious listing today. As regards the revenue growth, I would only like to say that we have outgrown the market in the past always by 5 to 7%, and we would make more and more efforts now, since there is a lot of responsibility of the new shareholders, that we would like to work the same way with passion and achieve such outgrow the industry.
Got it. Hi, Mr. Rathee. Good morning, and season's greetings to you as well as your team. Perfect time to list, right? Global markets looking good. Diwali, the festive cheer as well as playing out. And your shareholders will be happy to see the 10% pop you're currently seeing on the share price. So that's good. Now, your last year's revenues are around 2,500 crores. And you told us that you're going to be spending around 300 crores roughly, which you get an asset turn of around 2.5 times. So at peak revenue potential, what can it be? Around 4,000 crores?
Yes. No, as I said, we grow between asset turnover ratio is between 2.25 and 2.5. So yes, we have already invested 3 crore in the new plant, and that will contribute to the revenues list next year and maybe ahead,
So, all right, Mr. Rathee, what I'm trying to ask you is not how much you will do, but what is the peak revenue potential? Post this capex, what is the peak potential of the company?
Potential with the current investment will be about 3,700 crores. Yes.
3,700 crores. We got that out of the way then. Then we also wanted to ask you about your margins. Couple of years ago,
that's the investment that we have made by now.
Lovely. You used to do around 12-13%. That number dipped down to a little sub 10%. What is the outlook on margins? Now you're at the liberty of giving us that because you've already listed. So no worries, you can give us that guidance.
No, I explained to you that we have been, if you see the past history, we have been growing at, we have been having EBITDA margin of double digit, and we are inching back towards that. But however, I would like to emphasize that our EBITDA margins are also related to the commodity prices because of the denominator factor, And if the commodity prices remain stable, then we will be inching towards the double digits soon.
All right. So double digits if the commodity prices remain stable. You had alluded to this relation between the commodity prices, the denominator, and your margins earlier as well. Mr. Rathee, I just wanted to know, the new products that you are seeding right now. Currently, you're making the brake panel assembly, brake shoes, etc. And you are enjoying a good market leadership in the industry right now. That's with regards to two-wheelers. But there are other passenger vehicles, commercial vehicles, and electric vehicles as well. Will these be growth vectors, and how much will that contribute to your revenue going forward?
No, as I said, these are the very, very small sectors where we are not yet focused, and now the complete focus will be to take more and more share in the EV segment. Then we'll concentrating on taking the new breakthroughs in the PV segment. And moreover, as I mentioned before also, now there is a very increasing focus on the export side, So we looked, already we could, in last 6 years of efforts, we could have very marquee customers in exports also. And we would like to take it on a much higher trajectory in the coming times.
Mr. Rathee, what is your current export contribution? Where would you like it to go?
It is just 3.6%. Ideally, we would like to and we would make efforts to make it at least double in the next 3 years.
Exports as a proportion of your sales double in the next 3 years, or absolute levels double in the next 3 years?
No, I think as we will make efforts to make as a proportion of the sales, you know.
Okay. So close to around 7% over the next few years. Just wanted your thoughts on the margins that you get. Are they more in exports, or are they more in domestic, or are they equal both in domestic and exports?
No, generally export margins in general are always better, and the margins are better, and because there is a longer gestation period also in exports, and even some inventory days are much more in exports, but the margins are better.
And EVs, passenger vehicles and CVs are how much of your sales right now? How much would that be going forward?
See, EV is an upcoming sector. As you are aware that we could crack all the vehicles. We are already supplying to all the marquee customers in the EV segment, in the two-wheeler segment. And now we'll be also trying to take a breakthrough in the PV segment here. The overall percentage is too less. It is about 3.5–4%.
Okay.
So these are all the upcoming sectors with more and more focus.
Ex of Honda, how big is your cast revenue, sir?
How big is that? Sorry?
Cast revenue, casting revenue, ex of Honda. Excluding Honda.
Casting revenue. No, casting we are not only supplying to Honda, we are supplying to all others also. And
yes.
This revenue is 990 crores, you know. Honda is only 37% of our revenue. You know? But that's our #1 customer, Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India.
Okay.
And I really feel proud that my first customer was also Honda, and I'm continuing this relationship for the last 30 years.
All right. And the final question then from my end is that are you looking at diversifying your client base outside of the few large clients that you have, or will your client base also mirror the industry itself? Because the industry currently has 3 or 4 dominant players, that's it.
Since we have outgrown the industry always, so the focus has been to find more and more new customers, and with the same customers, more and more new products. That has been the philosophy of the company. And on the efficiency front, I may tell you that we have, in future also, I would like to answer that only. We have always focused on the ROAC. That is the in fact barometer of efficiency, what we feel, and we concentrate on that. And I can assure that we'll always try to achieve a high ROAC of more than 20%.
It's been good speaking to you, Mr. Rathee. Wishing you all the best. We'll keep interacting now that you're a listed company. And enjoy the day. It's been a good listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Come back at the end of the quarter and maybe we'll do a review yet again.